Hello friends, today we are going to see the trick to solve vector sum. Let me tell you, this video will be full of tricks, so for that watch this video till the end. So let's start with the first question. The curl of the gradient of the scalar field defined by v equals to 2x square y plus 3y square z plus 4z square x is. So basically you have to find the gradient of this field first and then you have to take the curl of this gradient. So take 1 minute and try to solve this question by yourself. Hope so you have tried this question and got the answer as 0. For the gradient you took around 30 seconds and for curl you took around 30 seconds. It means you took 1 minute to get the answer. But let me tell you, by the trick you can solve this question in just 1 second. So the trick is we have to use the identity, that is del cross del f is equals to 0. Basically curl of any gradient is 0. This type of identities we know but we tend to forget. Okay, so is there any way to remember this kind of identities? So the answer is yes. So what you have to remember is this thing, dot cross and grade. If the transition is from dot to cross, then the result will be 0. And if the transition is from cross to grade, then the answer will be 0. So by using this simple thing, you can solve this type of question in just 1 second. Okay, now let's see second sum. A bar is given as x ax cap plus y a y cap plus z a z cap. And the question is you have to find the divergence of a bar. And to solve this question, you will use the divergence formula, that is del dot a bar will be equals to dou by dou x component of ax, that is x, plus dou by dou y component of y, that is y, plus dou by dou z component of z, that is z. Okay, so the answer will be 1 plus 1 plus 1, basically 3. So to solve this question also you took around 15 seconds to get your answer. Let me tell you, by the trick, that is by the use of identities, you can solve this sum in 1 second. So the identity which you have to use for this type of question is del dot r bar is equals to 3. Okay, and r bar is given as x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. You can see here instead of I j k, here you have ax ay and az. Okay, and rest of things are same, so the answer will be 3. So you can see here, if you know the identities, you can solve this type of question in just 1 second. Okay, apart from these identities, some of the identities are also there which are very helpful to solve the vector sum. Let's discuss that first. So second one is del cross r bar will be equals to 0. Okay, and r bar is same as of this. Okay, another thing is gradient of f of r. Okay, del of f of r is equals to f dash of r into r bar of r. One more identity which is very much useful, that is divergence of scalar and vector product. So it will be f del dot a bar plus a bar dot gradient of f. Okay, so if you know these four identities, you can solve this type of question very easily. So let's say this third sum, you have r bar equals to x ax cap plus y ay cap plus z az cap, and magnitude of r bar is equals to r is given, then divergence of r square del ln of r is to be found. Okay, so basically we have to find divergence of r square del of ln of r, and we know this identity, that is if we have a scalar as well as a vector, then we can take the divergence with this formula. Okay, but here you can see in this sum we have a gradient instead of the vector, but we know the result of a gradient is a vector. Okay, so we can use this formula if we get the gradient of this ln of r first. So for gradient of ln of r, we will use the identity, this one. So this is our f of r. We can use the formula as f dash of r into r bar upon r. Okay, so derivative of ln of r is 1 upon r into r bar upon r. Okay, so you get r bar upon r square. So this is the result of gradient of ln r. So if you substitute this result into this thing, you will get del dot r square r bar upon r square. So you can cancel this r square, and you are left with del dot r bar only. And now from the first identity you can get this answer as 3. So the answer for this question is 3. So you can see how easily you can solve this type of question if you know the identities. Okay, now let's say this sum, let del dot f v bar equals to x square y plus y square z plus z square x, where f and v bar are scalar and vector field respectively. If v bar is equals to y I cap plus z j cap plus x k cap, then v bar dot del f is equals to, and you are given with this options. Okay, let me tell you, this is the question of EC and EE 2012. Okay, basically IIT Delhi has prepared this question. So if you try to solve this question by your traditional way, you will require around 3 to 4 minutes to get their answer. Okay, but with the trick, basically if you know the identities, then you can solve this question in just 15 to 30 seconds. Okay, so for that you should know the identities, that is del dot f a bar is equals to f del dot a bar plus a bar dot gradient of f. Okay, so we are going to use this identity. Here we have del dot f v bar equals to this thing. Okay, so basically we have this thing and we have to get the v bar dot gradient f. Basically we have to get this term. Okay, so if we resolve this identity, we will get a bar dot gradient of f is equals to del dot f a bar minus f divergence of a bar. Okay, so now we have this term, we have to get this term. Okay, so for that we will require divergence of a bar. So a bar here is basically v bar is y I cap plus z j cap plus x k cap. Okay, and if we try to get the divergence of this a bar, we will get del dot v bar equals to dou by dou x of x component y here plus dou by dou y of y component here, it is z, plus dou by dou z of z component here, it is x. So you will get 0 plus 0 plus 0. So basically the result is a 0. So this term will be equals to 0. So we will be remaining with this thing, a bar dot del f equals to del dot f a bar. Basically v bar dot del f equals to del dot f v bar. So the answer for this term is this term itself. So basically this is our answer, x square y plus y square z plus z square x. So you can see this option A is our option. So if you know these four identities and that transition wala part, you can solve this type of question in just 15 to 30 seconds. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you guys.
हेलो दोस्तों, अगर आपको मेरी वीडियो पसंद आ रही हो तो डू लाइक दिस वीडियो, शेयर विथ योर फ्रेंड्स एंड सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल. थैंक यू.